If when thou peerest upon the first bough, then thou. Very well, then take.
Por favor, deje su...
Mayst thou thy...
Ah, well. Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls. Ah. Ashen One, bring... Is it... Ashen...
Ah, just wasn't he? Pretty, be careful. I don't...
Because according to Neely, I genuinely think that Hollywood wants me to cheat on my future husband. And I'm not being dramatic. Because according to nearly every romance movie ever, if my toxic ex-boyfriend shows up in the rain looking mildly regretful, apparently I'm supposed to throw my entire life away and run into his arms. And I grew up thinking that was peak romance, okay? 16-year-old me watched those scenes and thought, yes, that is what true love looks like. Messy, desperate, and completely willing to destroy anyone who gets in the way. If someone leaves their fiance at the altar just because their real love walked back into town, that is not betrayal, that is epic. Because now all I could think about was how almost every single iconic love story involves some type of cheating. And that's not an exaggeration. The Notebook, cheating. The Office, cheating. Titanic, cheating. Cheating, 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 cheating. So today I want to do something very simple and very petty. I want to expose the classic ways that movies romanticize cheating. The tropes, the tricks, the framing, and why it's getting worse. Because it is getting so much worse. So buckle up, because at the end of this video we will finally get the answer of why Hollywood is so obsessed with cheating. One of the main things that annoy me is how these movies treat cheating as this super common thing. Because the only thing I've ever cheated on is a workout plan. I'll wake up thinking, okay, today is the day, and then 2 seconds later I'm like, maybe tomorrow is better, and then tomorrow becomes next week, and then suddenly it's March. And it was only recently that I realized the reason why I kept pushing up exercising wasn't because I didn't want to get fit, it's because I was doing it alone. That's why I started using Trainwell. What I love about Trainwell is that it's not just one of those fitness apps where you're dumped on a random plan and left to fend for yourself. It's a one-on-one personal training experience with an actual real human trainer who adapts to things as you go. I'm paired with Jill, and she has me doing things I would absolutely never do if I was by myself. The first time she set up running as one of my workouts, I genuinely stared at my phone like, be serious, I cannot run to save my life. But she made sure it suited my fitness level, broke it down into manageable chunks, and boom, not only did I finish it, I actually enjoyed it. And then later, Jill checked in to ask how it felt and then used that feedback to shape the next one. I'd stopped treating the new year like a dramatic resolution and started seeing it as a reset. From now on, I'm not doom scrolling on YouTube trying to find a workout just for it to be way too advanced. I just open the app and follow what Jill sets for me. There was even a week where filming completely threw off my routines and I missed a couple of workouts. But instead of feeling guilty or behind, Jill just simply adjusted my plan. There was no shame, no drama. If something didn't work, we changed it. And I've been way more consistent this time, mainly because I no longer spend 20 minutes negotiating with myself before every workout. There's no more, okay, but what if we skip today and start tomorrow? No, I just open the app and I do it. And it actually feels sustainable this time, not just another January phase that would eventually fizzle out. The way it works is so simple. Trainwell pairs you with a trainer based on your needs. You have an onboarding call to talk through your goals and lifestyle, and then they build a personalized plan around you. Take the quiz at go.trainwell.net/MarinaMcBain to get matched with your personal trainer and start 14 days free. Thank you, Trainwell, for sponsoring today's video. The first trope I wanted to talk about is something I'm calling destiny cheating. Destiny cheating is when the cheating gets framed as basically inevitable, like these two people were always going to end up with each other, and whoever got in the way of that was never a part of the plan. The most classic example of this is The Notebook. I know, everyone loves this movie. Ryan Gosling in golden hour lighting, building her dream house entirely out of love. It's a lot, and I fell for it too. But I need you to actually sit with what happens in this movie, because I feel like so many of us have been blinded by the love that we missed how genuinely unhinged it is. So our story starts with Noah meeting Ali for the first time at a fair. Well, meets is a generous term. He basically notices her in this huge crowd and immediately decides that she's the love of his life, which a bit extreme, but whatever. Unfortunately for Noah, she's there with another guy. Now, most normal people would immediately clock that and take it as a sign to just move on. But Noah is operating under a different philosophy, something along the lines of just because there's a goalkeeper doesn't mean I can't score. He asks her to dance. She says no. He asks her again. She says no, and again and again and again and again. But instead of giving up, he watches her get on the Ferris wheel with her date, decides to climb and dangle on the outside of it, yelling that he will let go if she doesn't agree to go out with him. And the movie plays this off as if it's the most romantic moment of the century. I'm sorry, but if a man scaled a Ferris wheel because I rejected him, I wouldn't be thinking, oh wow, this is fate. I'd be thinking, where are the police? And can we just acknowledge that this only works because he's Ryan Gosling? If this was literally any other man, it wouldn't be a romance movie, it would be a crime documentary. Thankfully, Noah isn't a complete psychopath, and they go on to have a really cute summer romance together, filled with boat rides, kisses in the rain, and doing the deed in a haunted house. How romantic. However, their love would soon be torn apart after Ali's wealthy parents didn't approve of her dating someone from a lower class. They have a big fight, Noah drives off, and they don't speak to each other for 7 years. 7 years! In that time, Ali moves on, falls in love with a man named Lon, and they end up getting engaged. What's interesting is that most movies would frame Lon as this nasty partner so that we wouldn't feel as bad for him when he eventually gets betrayed. Patient, emotionally mature, and you can genuinely tell that he loves her. His only flaw is that he's not Noah. That is it. Her relationship with Noah, on the other hand, was immature and chaotic. They were constantly fighting, hating each other one day and then making out the next, a pure emotional whiplash. The movie looks at these two options, the stable, adult-loving relationship versus the absolute roller coaster, and goes, yeah, the chaotic one is the true love, which is quite a problematic message when you think about it. Anyway, then one day, right before their wedding, Ali sees a photo of Noah in the newspaper, standing in front of the house they used to talk about as teenagers. She then immediately decides that she needs to go and check on him, just to see if he's okay. She tells Lon that she's going to take a little trip back to her hometown, but doesn't tell him why or where exactly she's going, and Lon, being the good man he is, just completely trusts her. Poor, clueless Lon. She shows up at Noah's house, gets welcomed with open arms, and they spend the week together. And by together, I mean together, whilst she's engaged days before her wedding. And from this cheating, she then comes to the realization that Noah is the man she wants to marry and not Lon. Really? It had to take you sleeping with him to realize that? Thankfully, this movie does do something right, and it makes her go back to Lon and tell him the complete truth, which in a normal world, this would be where everything implodes. Because any normal person would go absolutely ballistic if they found out that their fiance just spent the week before their wedding sleeping with their ex. So sitting there, you're bracing for Lon's anger, but it never comes. Instead, we get this. Sorry, what? the Roy edit. And what I mean by that is that the show starts to make her look like a a little why are you so clearly in love with your coworker? Which, to be fair, is a completely reasonable question, but the show frames it like she's being difficult. Later on in the season, the guilt of what happened starts eating away at her. She decides to tell the truth to Roy, which obviously doesn't go down very well. Roy is so enraged by the explanation that he storms into the office and physically attacks Jim. And look, I know that violence is never the answer, but I mean, can you blame him? For years, he just knew that something fishy was going on between them, and he gets
Ashen one.
And for the first time in the show, we actually see the full weight of it. It acknowledges that this is what but then guess what happens next? Roy gets fired, and we pretty much never see him again. Because it's much easier to ship Jim and Pam, and the person they hug isn't in the frame anymore. Season 4 is basically the show going, perhaps you waited long enough, here's your reward. Jim and Pam are together. They're happy, they're cute, and they never want a conversation about how they're no accountability, no reflection, nothing. And then a week after they officially started dating, Jim finds an engagement ring. HR on the phone immediately. The movie frames this as her sexual awakening and her just needing to find herself. And I'm not joking when I say this is literally the entire storyline of the movie. Them exploring this kinky relationship. Honestly, tell me when finding yourself meant ending up in another man's bed? Not just another man, but in her. Oh, and you will not believe how this movie ends. Eventually, her husband Jacob finds out, and of course, is devastated. There's actually one genuinely powerful moment where he says that the life they lived together just became mistakes that made her more excited.
Ashen one. Be sure.
About her desires in the bedroom, and then that's it. They make up. They live happily ever after. And this is where I lose my mind. Because if the solution this whole time was having a conversation with her husband, then what was the point of the affair? This movie is the definition example of this could have been an email. Now moving on, we have another trope called cheating that make it festive. Unfortunately, yes, I am talking about one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Actually, even though it is my favorite, there is no denying that there are quite a few questionable moments. One of them being the storyline revolving around Juliet, who just married her boyfriend Peter. At their wedding, we meet his best friend Mark, who has the job of planning the wedding. It's clear from the jump that Juliet don't get along that well. Juliet says that when they first met, he was essentially cold. She just assumed meant that he didn't like her. It's awkward, but whatever. Anyway, Juliet goes to Mark's flat to pick up the wedding video that he filmed. Weirdly hesitant about showing it. When she finally presses play, she gets the show of her life. The tape isn't of the wedding, it's of her. Close-ups of her face, looking down the aisle, smiling, standing at the altar, frame after frame of just her. Which is literally insane, not just because this is his best friend's wife, but giving major stalker vibes. Fast forward to Christmas Eve, where we get this very famous scene. Mark standing outside Juliet's house with giant cue cards confessing his love to her. All the while, Peter is literally inside the house. Just outstanding behavior from our best friend. First you think, okay, creepy, but I guess he needed to get off his chest and be done with it. No harm done. But no, it gets worse. Juliet runs up
passion
that
month.
all falls on the pavement. It is just insane, and I've never understood why that storyline is in that. Nothing else. But that brings me to possibly the most common cheating trope in all of romance cinema: the girlfriend that doesn't count. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When the main love interest has a girlfriend, but the movie clearly doesn't care.
Hey, babe, just some dude. That was me.
People We Meet on Vacation is the perfect example of this. Poppy and Alex are best friends who've taken a trip together every single summer for the past decade. They are clearly in love with each other, but these are couple and mix, and hovering in the background this entire time is Sarah, Alex's girlfriend. Yes, he literally has a girlfriend, and the crazy part is that she's actually really nice. Her only flaw is that she's suspicious of Alex and Poppy's friendship throughout the movie, which, that is completely understandable. Her boyfriend is literally in love with. In the later years, she herself ends up getting into a relationship, and the four of them end up going on this holiday. As you can probably guess, this gets pretty awkward. During the trip, Poppy randomly has a pregnancy scare and goes to Alex for comfort instead of her boyfriend. And you will never guess how this scene ends, by the way. Actually, probably will, based on how this video is going. Yeah, they really kiss, because of course they do. So then after this super intimate moment, what do you think Alex does the next morning? Break up with his girlfriend? No, he proposes to her. What is going on? Sarah, of course, says yes, completely unaware that her fiancé almost kissed another woman a few hours ago. It is just one of the most all over the place plots I have ever seen. Eventually, Alex breaks up with Sarah, randomly admitting that he does have feelings for Poppy, which means about a bloody time. And then guess what? Just like the Notebook, Sarah takes this breakup as middle of emotional cheating. Really well? I mean, it's not like she just wasted 10 years of her life. Sarah can express how common this trope is nowadays, and we're supposed to root for the man? Absolutely not. But now I want to flip this entirely, because we talked about cheating when the audience is supposed to root for it, but what happens when the male love interest cheats on the female love interest? Spoiler alert, it's completely different. Let's look at the rom-com he just got into, which follows a married couple, Ben and Janine. From the very start, you get the idea that they're a little bit not toxic, not miserable, just normal. But then Ben decides his love for her by cheating on her, and their sex drugs her. But the difference with this movie is that it doesn't try to make the cheating romantic, not even for a single second. There's no framing that suggests that he was just following his heart or that it was inevitable. He's just a man who got bored and made a really bad decision. And when Janine finds out, it is ugly. They'll make you sit in every uncomfortable second of it. You watch her fall apart. You feel the embarrassment of it. The movie treats cheating like the painful thing it actually is. And in the end, they don't just have a conversation which somehow makes everything magically okay. She divorces him. Now compare that to literally every other story you talked about. Allie cheats on Ron, but his brain hasn't been happy for her. Alex emotionally cheats his entire relationship for the past decade, and Sarah doesn't really care. The exact same act is either epic romance or a physical betrayal, depending on who would benefit. So Hollywood absolutely knows how to portray cheating as the disgusting, gross thing it is, but for some reason it rarely does. So the question is, why is it so common for movies to romanticize cheating? And the honest answer to this is pretty simple. Cheating makes for a good story. It creates tension without writers having to do the harder work of building a relationship that's genuinely compelling on its own. Cheating also lets stories sell the fantasy of being chosen. That's the real drug underneath almost all of these plots. The idea that someone will risk everything for you, their relationship, their reputation, their entire life just for you. And when you frame it like that, it makes sense why the show shows up in movies and total movies. Not because cheating itself is a fantasy, but because being told how badly is. But there is actually a much bigger issue here that most people might not actually realize. It's called cultivation theory, and it suggests that the more you're exposed to the same type of storytelling, the more it shapes your normal life. So when you grow up watching film after film where true love is treated as a free pass to cheat on your perfectly fine partner, you absorb that. And I know that sounds a bit dramatic, okay? No one watches The Notebook once and immediately thinks, okay, cheating is fine now. No, it is way more than that. It's that you watch The Notebook, and then you watch The Office, and then Love Actually, and then People We Meet on Vacation, and slowly your brain starts building this picture of what love is supposed to look like. If your relationship is peaceful, it must be lacking. If it's intense and chaotic, it must be right. Because these movies don't just romanticize cheating, they tell us that if it doesn't handle embarrassment for you, then it's not true love. And that is a problem, because real love good cinematography. Let me know your opinions on this in the comments. If cheating is something that bothers you in movies, if there's one movie that sticks out to you where they get past the cheating, let me know. And if you made it this far, and if you're against cheating, please put the word loyal so I can see who the real ones are and I can like all of your comments. Don't forget to take the quiz at go.screenworld.net/MarinaMcBain to get matched with your personal trainer and start 14 days free. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
Hey, Vati, when are you making that Lady Maria Prepare to Cry episode? It's a great story, and it'd be nice to see it sometime this year. Thanks, man.
Did you guys know that Half-Light is wearing pants? It's true. Half-Light is supposed to be wearing a loincloth found in the Earthen Peak ruins, which gives him the wraps and hoods that you see in this concept art. Instead, he's left with the default white shorts, which make him unplayable. But anyway, strangely, the game code does mark him as having a helmet, which doesn't show up until this. So we think someone from software probably went to remove the mistaken helmet entry, but leave his pants instead. The other thing, like this one, at some point it seems that From Software experimented with an overhead blocking animation in Dark Souls 3, which might have
Hola, Silvia.
Hola, ¿me llamaste?
¿Y qué tal? ¿Qué?
Aquí. Estaba limpiando
Mm.
y recordé que odio limpiar.
¿Recuerdas que alguien debe limpiar?
Pues horrible.
Mm.
O sea, he trapeado y he baldeado, pero hay partes del piso que, o sea, o sea, no sale
Ajá.
y tengo que estar con el dedo limpiando
¿Qué es?
porque esa cosa no sirve.
¿Qué cosa?
El trapeador.
¿Un trapeador? ¿Sí?
¿Por qué te burlas de mí?
No me estoy burlando de ti. ¿Por qué
Bueno,
creerías eso, Silvia?
porque piensas que no sé hacer nada.
No me estoy burlando de ti. ¿Qué pasa?
No sé, deberías pensarlo antes de burlarte de mí.
Lo pensaría si es que me estuviera burlando de ti, cariño, pero no lo estoy haciendo.
Bueno,
Ujú.
¿qué tal?
Pues bien, acá vendiendo mis cosas. Conseguiste los materiales para los insumos para la salsa roja.
Sí, tal vez.
Chévere.
Me 2 millones.
Ay, sí, lo tengo. Lo lamento, cariño. Sí.
¿Estás jugando?
Sí.
¿Cómo te?
Pues, bien, o sea, como te digo, estoy vendiendo mis objetos.
¿Dónde son estos objetos?
¿Qué?
¿Y a quién le vendes estos objetos?
Una señora. Una señora con la que compra objetos. Y me da almas. No más que todo lo estoy haciendo para liberarme y intentar.
Totalmente. Carlito salió a hablar.
¿Ah, sí?
Sí.
¿Hizo un video o qué fue?
No salió un video en el Facebook del Tron.
Oh, ¿qué ha hecho Frankie?
Dice que es tu hermano.
¿Qué es qué?
Dice que Green es su hermano.
Sí. Así.
Está pidiendo disculpas. Dice que no ha sido infiel.
Yo veo. Pues ya no le creemos. Ni tú ni yo. Ni tú ni yo, cariño.
Ashen One.
Sospechoso.
Ashen one, thou then call. I am a thousand. Ashen one, kill others. Very well, then take. Mayst thou thy peace
No.
Vamos a chequear. sorry. To this. What stuff do you want?
Voy a ver si es que puedo enfrentar al boss final.
¿Usted puede estar?
Derrotar al boss final.
Al final.
Sí.
Hostia. ¿Qué poder me iba a llegar, no?
No sé. Siempre que yo jugaba, ¿no?
Sí, recuerdo que no hay gente. ¿Cómo se llama el final boss?
Soul of Silver.
¿Qué?
Soul of Silver.
Solo Silver. Es el llama.
¿A que se entrega?
¿Qué momento?
¿Curó?
Oscuro. ¿Qué puede curar? Puede ser no se cura.
¡Oh! ¡Me agarró! ¡Ajo!
¿Qué momento? ¿Y qué aprendiste de este encuentro?
Que debo usar otras armas. me lanzó veneno.
Ah, chilito, rueda, rueda.
No me pasa.
¿Otra vez? ¿Dirías que duraste más o menos?
Me hice más daño.
¿Y cuántas fases tiene?
Creo que 2. Ay, qué segunda fase.
Segunda fase.
Sí. Au, 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 au.
¿Tú puedes echarle ganas?
Río. Me maté.
¿Cómo vas, chicherongo?
Estoy cambiando de ropa.
¿Estás cambiando de ropa?
Sí.
¿Para qué? ¿Para verte más fashion cuando lo matas o qué?
Sí.
¿Por qué te ríes?
Ya te dije, cariño, hay algo llamado Fashion Souls. Y ya se fue. Me mató.
¿Llegaste a la segunda fase, sabes?
No, te voy a aventar.
Ah, pucha. Uy, tanta chicharita. Tú puedes echarle ganas.
Oh, me mató.
¿Hasta cuándo llegas?
Yo sí llego a la segunda.
Veo.
No pasé.
¿Llegaste?
No, llegué a la segunda parte. No, se ponga de negro.
¿Te moriste?
No, todavía no. Agarra.
Tómate tu juguito.
Y se me mató. No me muero.
¿Te moriste?
Está bien. No, me ha agarrado no.
Vamos, cariño.
Y ya no me quedo. Está a 2 golpes.
Dos golpes.
Tómate.
¿Ganaste?
Sí.
Ok, ya terminó.
Pues sí.
Ah,
Vamos a probarnos la llama.
¿Qué vas a comer? ¿La llama?
Sí. No vamos a apagar.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's Pass.
¿Y ahora qué haces, guardián?
Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
Nada, viendo la última cinemática. Terminó.
Overstep not your bounds. I may serve, but I'm no slave. I have business I must attend. Overstep not. I have...
A malicious sort, but marvel on. Bound forever by the shrine, well, I'll have thee for all thou. Knowest thou of that that cordial intrusion layeth the path, and so thou art then thy Ashen One, bring me with, is it? Knowest thou that comes then, Ashen One? Well, how? Ashen One.
Overstep not. I may serve. I have business. Overstep. I have... Disclose your heart.
Ashen One.
¿Por?
Vamos.
Nada. ¿Qué final elegí?
Que apagamos la llama.
Para que ya nunca más
Sí,
se repita.
sí, técnicamente. De todas maneras, siempre va a surgir la llama del amor.
Una llama.
Ujú.
Ashen One, thou wishest yet for a world without. Then call. I am a thou. Very well. Then take. Mayst thou?
Ashen One.
Ash thou, then call. I am a thou. Very well. Then take. Mayst thou thy people.
Ashen One.
Overstep not your. Lose your heart.
Vile brute. I'm but a poor...
Ahorita se procede ahora.
Pues iniciar nuevamente el juego y jugarlo unas 7 veces más.
buscando finales diferentes.
Sí.
A malicious but marvel bound where I'll Ashen One.
Oh, I'm right. That hurts!
Sí, ahorita.
Ya, primita.
Ah. Me ha dado ganas de music.
¿Te da ganas qué?
Music.
Oh, ok.
I'm a but
Ashen One, what is wrong?
Ah, sí. Ya a la hora del almuerzo hubo viento. Justo el pastor en ropa lo sacó para que orine afuera.
Ya.
Y de la nada, en el árbol del vecino.
Ujú.
Sí, como acá entra, te lleva el viento.
Casi perdemos la casca.
Sí.
Sí.
Cariño, estoy emocionadita porque sabes qué día es mañana.
No, cariño, ¿qué día es?
Es el día en el que vuelvo a tener internet.
Emoción, cariño.
Emoción, indeed. Emoción. ¿Cómo estás, Chelito?
Bien.
¿Qué hay de nuevo en tu vida?
Pues no mucho. Te quiero. No es nuevo, pero
¿Qué?
te lo quería decir.
¿Qué?
Que te quiero.
No, yo también te quiero, Chelito. Is there anyone new in your life?
Any what?
Is there anyone new in your life?
No, cariño.
¿Seguro?
Ajá.
No me enojo, sí.
No, no te enojes. Estamos en confianza. Muy bien. Pero no, cariño. No hay nadie nuevo en mi vida.
Porque soy enojado.
¿De qué?
También porque soy enojado.
Queda, ¿sí?
¿Seguro?
Sí. Sí. Ya.
Pero bien.
Sí. Así bien serio y bien fuerte. Ajá. Otro día empieza el nuevo juego. Ahí lo dejo, cariño. Te quiero mucho. Hablamos después.
¿Qué vas a hacer ahora?
¿Cómo voy a esperar?
Aquí. Disfruta tu tarde. Yo también.
También disfruta, te amo mucho. Besos. ¿Problema?
Good, I guess, for surviving certain dragon bridge encounters, but it probably wasn't deemed important enough to have its own dedicated button. What's more interesting is that it seems they've also experimented with crouched, stealthy movement in the game. I assume what this would have been is you press L3 and you reduce your aggro range, like in Sekiro. And, there are a few